Alright, and we're back. What's up, y'all? Hope that break wasn't too rough for you. Oh, 90s punk, we're back.
Kind of want to sit here and bop the tunes. They've been pretty good.
They have been. I'm really a big fan of the Satriani track that's in the downtime. Alright, so we are back, and it's going to be the next semi-final, which will be between herO and Rogue. herO previously of CJ Entis, Rogue previously of Jin Air. Well, actually, not previously. Still on Jin Air Green Wings.
On Jin Air.
Still on Jin Air. Yeah. Jin Air Green Wings are actually so passionate about StarCraft 2, and still happy to be a part of the StarCraft 2 fam, that they are the principal sponsor for SSL.
Literally saving esports.
Literally. So, we had some predictions earlier in chat. We had a lot of people saying that, you know, there would be 3-1s, 3-0s. No one's feeling a 5-game series here. I am. I'm thinking that herO takes it overall, though. Zeph and I both feeling herO on this one, which means, of course, that Rogue's going to win. That's how it works.
Yeah, herO was looking just so dominant yesterday that I find it kind of hard to look past him in this series. But, you know, Rogue had a similar dominant showing, so maybe I am full of nonsense at the moment, and herO is...
You're full of something.
I'm full of passion, Maynard.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say. Don't let anyone tell you different. Yeah, Todd, I actually am at the VSL studios here in Korea. I just flew there since my stream this morning. It's definitely not a green screen. Absolutely not. Pay no attention to this green tinge that's around my head and shoulders.
Isn't that just your...
That's just my hair. I've colored my hair. It's got a bit of a green tinge in it.
Lovely. Yeah. It really suits you. Brings out your eyes.
Thank you. My baby browns. Actually, you know, stream was a bit late this morning because I did actually I accidentally looked at myself in the mirror again, Zeph, and I just got lost in my eyes for like 20 minutes.
We've all been there. Just
kept drinking the chocolate out of my baby brown eyes. Happens all the time, man. You just don't look at the mirror after you get out of the shower. It's the secret to being on time anyway. So I'm pretty keen.
It's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. Zeph and I have been friends for a long time. It's happened to both of us. Happens a lot. So I'm pretty keen for these games to get started. Of course, Korean commentators have plenty to say. Us, not so much. You know, we've had pretty relaxed days. It was Easter Friday, or Good Friday here in Australia. I had a pretty big lunch, drank quite a bit. Didn't have a nap. It felt like one, but didn't because had plenty to work on, plenty to do.
Yeah, I had chocolate for breakfast. I'm warming up for Easter Sunday.
Yep, that's some good Eastering right there. Getting some chocolate for breakfast. I haven't had any chocolate today. I did, however, have an excellent seafood chowder with oysters and also fried garfish with flour, like a floured up garfish.
Wait, hold on a second. I don't think I've had garfish. What is that?
You've never had garfish?
No.
You what?
You what? I eat a lot of seafood too. So
you what? Garfish is like super standard.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Let's get into the player introductions while you think about how much you've been missing out on in life.
Look at this handsome man. Rogue.
Yeah, and herO. Wham!
This production is insane, man.
Isn't it?
Sorry, guys. I'm just like staring at the screen like,
so good.
This is actually really good.
Where was this insanity for Zest versus Impact?
Yeah.
It's like, I feel bad for the first semi-finals. These guys got the sickest intro. Oh my god.
Production guy bias. My goodness.
Damn. Yeah, production guy is super biased for this semi-final. He must be a super huge fan of herO or Rogue. I like that herO's been given the black text here because if this was in a Western, herO would absolutely be the guy wearing the black hat. He'd be the evil guy moseying in town. He's like a sick gunslinger, but he wants to take over. He wants to kill the sheriff.
He sure does. These guys have not faced off in a long while, actually. This should be a pretty good match to see where they're at. We were worried yesterday about Rogue's form because we hadn't seen a lot from him lately. Turns out he is on fire. He's been practicing hard. He looked absolutely amazing in ZvP. So expecting good things coming into this match for sure. But you know, I also think that herO's PVZ is possibly his strongest matchup.
Well, he 3-0'd Bjol recently, and that's something that we're gonna like. It was close enough for it to be relevant. Also, it's friggin' Bjol. That's like a contender for the best Zerg in the world right now, and herO just clean sweeped him. So, clean swept, clean sweep. I don't know. English is hard. So, I mean, that's got to give you a lot of confidence for herO's ability in this match against Rogue. Rogue is, you know, if his last ZvP series is anything to go by against Patience, it is going to be an interesting one. We're going to see some non-standard ZvP here. Rogue, once again, way too excited to be at the VSL studios. I think he actually yelled in happiness just now with pure joy that is just expelling from his body.
His battle cry.
His battle cry, that's right. His barbaric yop before he gets into this game here. Trying to stun herO so that he can dive and kill him before he retreats to the tower.
It wasn't very effective. herO looks unfazed.
Yeah, herO not stunned at all. He's ready. Once again, herO's not a single hair strand out of place.
Man, I need one of these like VSL or GSL hair and makeup people so I can look that flawless all the time.
Yep, and here we are in for a treat here as we get into game number 1 on Newkirk Precinct. In the bottom left, this is Rogue from Junior Green Wings.
And in the bottom right, he is the blue Protoss, herO.
Oh, baby. What's your match timer at? Let's see in a second here. Okay. What are you at?
30.
Damn, we're still in sync.
Oh, God.
The esports gods are smiling upon us. That's it.
Yeah. I love it when technology actually works, Maynard. It's beautiful.
It really, you know, it's rare, but it's nice, and we cherish it when it does happen. We definitely don't take it for granted, especially in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Hatch first here from Rogue. It's probably hatch gas full. Pretty regular opening to be sensible against players like herO that can be giving you some early gateway aggression. Also, sorry about not changing the title, guys. I did just switch it over, but so it's the correct title now, but I missed the start of the series, so Mobby. I'm new to producing Twitch things.
Yeah. It's hard to like talk and do the magical production stuff at the same time. I certainly cannot do it to save my life.
Yeah. So once again, Newkirk Precinct, kind of like Undergrounds, it's got a pretty big ramp here on the natural ramps. I mean, it's a lot bigger than the ramp on Undergrounds, but herO opting to low ground expand. So I mean, this doesn't mean that he's not going to cheese. One of the things that happened in Legacy of the Void is the cheeses that are on one base are just 2 base now. That, you know, can still happen. He did open with 2 gates, so this does seem like he wants to be aggressive. Should be adepts here.
Yes, indeed. We'll see those come out in a second. There we go. Queued up, ready to rock and roll.
Queue them up.
First couple of links coming out for
and,
as well.
Greed here from Rogue. A hatchery before 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's a very early 3rd hatchery.
Yeah, he is not wasting any time going full econ, which does mean that he has a little less minerals to work with to get those lings out straight away. He's got speed on the way now, though, and he sees those adepts coming out right at the perfect timing, so he knows he's going to need an extra couple of pairs of lings to help deal with that. But with the queens, he should be all right.
Yeah.
Provided he keeps an eye on them.
The 3rd will take damage. If herO opts to just chill at the 3rd and just chip away at it, I think he can actually get a reasonable amount done, considering, you know, there's no creep spread or anything like that. The lings don't have speed just yet, and they're getting up there in number. But, yeah, so he is going to shade up and see what he can get done in the main by the looks of things. There's a lot of lings here.
He'll at the very least get a scout. There are 10 more lings on the way here for Rogue. I kind of don't think he needed 10 unless he's looking to... Oh, okay, never mind. There's
if there's one guy... There's like... All Protoss make adepts, okay, but there is one guy that just does a better job with them than anyone else, and that is herO. He mind games shades. He doesn't mess up when he shades, put it that way. Like, he's just So good at getting damage done for free. 3 drones going down. No hit points lost on those Adepts here just yet. But now the Link's coming in. But again, they shade away to safety.
And this is really nice from herO, actually. Rogue having to make extra links. He started losing some drones, started losing some lings. And he probably saw as well that there were still more Adepts coming across the map. So now he's just stuck running around chasing after Adepts. And he's had to make even more links when he would have rather been droning. So look at that, herO is actually ahead on the probe count already.
Yeah, of course. But, I mean, the one thing that Rogue does have going for him is that he did get his 3rd base up. And he is going to be able to make queens there. He is being able to drone that up with the drones that he does have. And he does get a full scout of the tech here of herO. This is herO's entire tech here, rather than natural, and the Overlord sees it all. So he sees the Quota Boost here. He's seen a whole bunch of Adepts, so he knows that Resonating Glaives, and he sees the Stargate, and he knows that that's an Oracle as well. So he's getting his 4 crawlers. He's got a lot of links here. He's trying to delay that 3rd Nexus of herO.
Yeah, nice scouting here from Rogue. Information is the key to not dying to the harassment, of course. So with that Oracle coming in, he should be set up with 4s and queens and not have to take too much damage. The Adepts out of position though, and he's going to swing in here with the lings. Very well done.
Yeah, the Adepts...
He's only going to get himself a though.
The Adepts went up the ramp and then shaded back into the natural wall so they can reinforce this 3rd base. Looks like the Oracle hasn't got any kills yet. Taking a lot of damage there from the queens and the spores, I suppose. Rogue getting that Evo chambers up, getting ready for upgrades, making more Overlords. And he's, yeah, doing a great job here. He's got the Baneling tech, which is incredibly important against the Adepts. So he's got everything he needs, but it's going to come down to how well the players control, and can Rogue deal with the split up Adept attacks that herO is so incredibly good at.
Well, he's got a pretty good setup so far. He's chasing the shades with the Banelings, using the links to stay close to the actual unit.
herO's not Maynard. He's not going to let that shade finish. On top of 8 Banelings? I don't think so, Tim. Oh, he might let this one finish, though. No, lets it go. And that's a... You know, these Adepts are actually very, very scary. They have Resonating Glaives. They don't have any attack upgrades, but they also have the Oracle supporting them as well. Oracles shred lings.
They sure do. Oh, that queen. Half health there.
Uses a Revelation to get a creep tumor. Nice little move there.
Yeah, so he has good view of the army movement of Rogue as well, so he can identify any gaps, try and sneak around the units of Rogue. He can. He's coming in. Here, shades out just in the nick of time. Very nicely done. He's just being super annoying. He's not even super interested in committing to this right now. It's more just like if he sees the opportunity. More gates now finishing up though. He's
being incredibly intelligent with the Adepts. He's shading back every time he goes in. Does damage and then they escape before they die. There it is.
Yeah.
It's nice control from herO, doing damage every now and then. And starting to pull ahead in supply as well with that army getting up there. His probe count very healthy at 60. So Rogue's trying to take a 4th base here, and herO is, you know, still pressuring this 3rd. There's a constant pressure that Rogue has to deal with, and he gets a queen as well and shades away. Hydralisk Den on the way here. I mean, that is a creep spread queen, so it's not super, super bad for Rogue, because he's still getting those injects happening, which is the most important part. But, obviously, it does go down. Just sees that 3rd base, sees what he has to deal with. He's going to try and go for the wall. There is a Stalker in position, though. herO too good to let that happen.
Yeah, Lings do have to run away. And Rogue is securing a 4th base behind. He's kind of trading places with herO, just trying to be the aggressor for a little bit. I think he was doing a pretty good job at spreading the creep despite the Adepts being in his face that whole time. And if you can keep that going, that'll only make it easier later on in the game, because he is sticking with that Ling, Bane, Hydra composition.
He's going to get this queen.
This a lot.
Now that's an injecting queen right there.
He is too.
Yeah. And that really does sting a little bit there. So that cuts into the production of Rogue. That's one less inject there, and I'm not sure how many stacked on that 3rd hatchery, but he is getting the Hydralisk out, and they're going to be so important with Muscular Augments to deal with what herO is doing, but he's going for something a little unorthodox there. He's going for Colossus tech here. Now, Colossus are consistent splash damage, but they've kind of fallen out of fashion, but they are very, very good against the Hydralisks, which Zergs do love to do in this matchup.
Yes, indeed. They are. And it looks like Rogue is still content to sit back, Macro up, get his upgrades, finally starting to get that +1 missile. Will be behind the Protoss. You know, we don't see Colossi that often in PvZ at the moment.
Well, one of the cool things you can do when you're a Hydraless player is to make a Lurker Den, and then all of a sudden, your Hydras are effective against Colossus again, because they turn into underground siege tanks. And then and they actually do amazingly well against Protoss. But that said, though, he's going to need to get rid of this Oracle, get rid of those Revelations if he wants to be able to get those Lurkers safe and sound underground.
Yeah, the Lurker Den is
scouted there.
Scouted,
yep.
Yeah. So very nicely done by herO. And now that the War Prism is in play as well, he can keep an eye on the tech of Rogue as well as putting on some pressure. Rogue is kind of caught wind of this. He knows that herO is quite aggressive.
Yes, nice.
He's going to continue to harass. So yeah, he's going to try and limit the opportunities for that to happen. Oh,
a couple links getting crushed there. So herO is very heavily investing into this into the Colossus play. He's going to want to get some more ground units to help out these Colossus. They're getting really up there in number. I think he got double Robo. Yeah, he does have double Robo. He's making an Observer now with a single another Colossus being made. So these are not hallucinated. They are real. And this is something that Rogue will have to deal with without Lurkers for now. Lots of Sentry energy for Force Fields as well. Gotta be very, very careful with this.
Oh, those Force Fields so good. The Banelings cannot get close. And Rogue gets a huge concave with the Hydras, but they can't even fire on the main bulk of these units. So very nicely done by herO so far as he presses forward. He's now got Rogue stuck in the choke.
Yeah, this is a beautiful position here for herO. He's starting to run out of force field energy, but still, the Prism is alive. A lot of units left for the Protoss Death Ball. Rogue's starting to come in from the north, but it doesn't look like he quite has enough. The Baneling's helping out a bunch. Stalkers blink back and keep this high ground alive here. Looks like one Colossus maybe going to go down the Hydras. No, it lives! And these Colossus continuing to press the issue with the Stalkers to defend. Revelation being dropped there just to see what is around this hatchery. The Lurker Den is done, but Rogue doesn't have the time to be able to make the Lurkers here. He's just making Banelings with his gas and as many Hydras as possible. herO is still pressing the issue though. Banelings rolling in, the Colossus getting microed up into the Warp Prism, keeping them safe. Actually, the Spore Crawler kills that Colossus and the Hydras nearly get the last one. It is alive. These Stalkers doing so much damage to Rogue right now.
If he can regroup with Hydras and Lings, he can clean this up still. But drones have come up from the line. herO has positioned himself between all the hatcheries of Rogue, and Rogue just does not have a lot left on the ground at all. Another huge warp in on the front lines and aggressive blink even, and herO takes game number 1.
herO hit at the beautiful timing there before Lurkers were a problem. Lurkers would have absolutely changed that fight. Yeah. But herO hitting it like the perfect second to attack Rogue and hitting that window immaculately. Beautiful play from him.
Very nicely done. Yes, Army really didn't stand a chance against herO. Beautiful force fields. Great target fire, getting rid of all the Banelings. And then Paper Hydras, not so great when they're all by themselves.
Yeah, Hydras, they are glass cannons and they do get shredded by them laser beams. So you have 3 Colossus and a 4th one reinforced at the end there, I think. It's just a lot of splash damage. And the great thing about the Colossus, you know, the Colossus isn't super common. Normally you see Disruptors, I guess, or, you know, Storms, that kind of thing, but the Colossus is consistent splash damage, which is the cool thing about it. The Disruptor can miss sometimes, and then it's a very expensive unit that hasn't done much for you. Alternatively, it could connect and be amazing, but the Colossus is consistent, slow splash damage. Even with the nerf, it still is you know, substantial.
We'll see what game number 2 holds. Find out the map very shortly. Lots of questions about when the finals are. They are not today, unfortunately. Probably next week, I assume. I don't know if you have the full schedule, Maynard.
Not in front of me, no. I have a feeling that the grand final will be next Thursday.
Yeah. Well, that would make sense. These games have been going on Thursday and Friday nights, Australian/Korean time. So maybe that's like Wednesday, some of C now on you guys, or Thursday morning. But yeah, similar time next week at some point, I'm sure, is when the finals will be. We will probably like tweet it. BaseTradeTV will tweet it.
Yeah, we'll be all over it, guys. If you're on the social media, you will have VSL shoved down your throat. You'll know all about this grand final. Who will be in that grand final to face against Impact? Will it be this man? Will it be Rogue? Or will it be this man?
Yeah, his opponent herO.
Commanding game 1 performance here from herO. Pretty much perfect. I didn't see any mistakes from him at all.
Yes, I agree with that. He looked immaculate, as always.
Yes. Immaculate like his hair. Rogue going for the quick expand build here. This is pretty common. Good old Proxima Station, my favorite map in the map pool. Do you have a good time on it? Yeah, it is actually. I liked Dust Towers back in the day, and I like this map because it's just a better version of it. This is to play on. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Followed closely by Abyssal Reef is my second favorite.
Abyssal Reef is #1 of my heart right now, even though I don't win a lot of games on it.
So this is looking like Proxy Stargate here for herO.
I was actually going to say herO does proxy fairly often, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him do a proxy Stargate. It looks like he will in this game, but also on maps like Belshire, he's even been proxying gateways near his opponent's bases. So we'll keep an eye out for that in the future games to see if he's going to be extra cheeky. But
yeah, herO
always go with the Stargate.
In Heart of the Swarm, herO was like the macro god Protoss. He was not afraid to play mid to late game, and he still isn't, to be fair. Like, he still can do that. But the thing that makes him so scary now is that he is so good at these aggressive openings, like the Proxy Stargate, like Proxy Gateway, like Adept Pressure.
We'll see if he catches wind of this. Rogue with the first Overlord getting into that base, he might be able to do a bit of a piling count, maybe have a look around and go, there's nothing here, and then sort of figure it out. But unluckily for him, with that Stalker coming out and the distance between the bases, it means that he can't actually float in there with the what do you call it, Overlord too early. So maybe if he slips in with some wings,
but kill?
It'd be too late.
Wow.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna die.
Damn, that's actually a pretty big pick off there. Supply blocks Rogue, forces him to put an extra 100 minerals into an Overlord he didn't want to lose. And that's cool, just denying scouting, supply blocking Rogue. Brilliant start here for herO. 2 links coming in here to see what's up. If they live long enough, they'll get enough information to know that something is afoot. You see that the...
He sees it timing in the Nexus.
Yeah, it sure does. Oracle #1 coming out of this proxy here. And Spore Crawler does go down, but a little bit late to the party. Drones need to be pulled.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. He's going to lose a lot of drones here. The Queen is going to try and do her very best to poke down that Oracle, but look at the damage already. 7, 8 drones and counting.
Oh, man.
This is such a great opener.
And the Oracle will not live if he gets too fresh with that Queen. Oh, my God. Oracle gets 10 kills. Second Oracle on the way here. Rogue at least has spores now, but losing that many drones in the early game, pretty devastating for a Zerg to start things off with.
And there's probably more drone kills to come. That is the nature of Oracles.
Oh, he's actually going to save the pylon. Oh my god. Rip. Oh, is he out of energy? No. He's just leaving that lane alive. It's actually a little bit of a mistake there from herO.
Yeah, he's going to get a Phoenix out before that pylon goes down the Stargate powers, so he will also be able to clean up any Overlords that are sitting around the edges of those bases, which is just more annoyance for our friend Rogue here. And he's still got to deal with those 2 Oracles. They're still alive, albeit a little bit hurt.
Yeah, they got enough energy for a little bit of Pew Pew Laser Beam. Coming in and getting that Queen. Do they have enough energy to kill her? Yes, they do. And that's actually... That's horrifying. Losing 10 drones and then one of your 2 Injector Queens. Oh, Frown Town for the Zerg.
Yeah, this is just beautiful for herO. Like, everything is going according to plan. He got the first Overlord, and now he's going to get
another
an extra
supply block.
The Phoenix.
Look at this huge supply block here. He just started Overlords. Oh,
yeah,
man.
He's just not having a good time at the moment, losing drones, losing Overlords, and he doesn't really have a lot on the map. There's 4 lanes. What, you're going to deny a third of that? No. He can't do anything to herO right now, who is about to have the glaives upgrade on those Adepts, and he's going to keep the pressure up. That's really all he has to do here.
Yeah, 2 links coming in. Looks like they will delay the 3rd Nexus. Will they kill the probe? No, they won't. So really no damage done there at all. And this adept attack is about to hit with resonating glaives. It's just seconds away here, and the oracles are still alive to be able to assist with this attack.
Ling's coming in. Baneling Nest is also on the way, but for the moment all he can really do is chase these adepts off, try and keep him at base so he's not losing more drones. Unfortunately, having the Oracle still in the game as well means it's somewhere else that he has to split his attention to for the time being. Because rest assured, Hero's going to find ways to do damage with those.
And he comes in here, this very hurt Oracle's getting more drone kills, getting 4 there and escaping.
They're still alive.
Yeah, they're getting up there in the drone kills. Resonating Glaives is done now, extra attack speed for these adepts, and they're coming in for the attack. Shading in towards the main base, going to get a few more drone kills as they evacuate the front 3rd base.
Oh, I don't know, man. This game, I just don't feel like it can go that long. Rogue is still down 42 workers at almost 7 minutes in the game. That's just not at all where you want to be as the Zerg player, and he's lost Queens, he's lost Overlords, so his macro is really, really suffering, even while he's trying to recover those workers.
Yeah, I mean, Rogue's trying to get those drones back up, and he is going to connect with some of these adepts. They actually aren't killed. And there they go. A few of them do go down to the Lings before they shade away to safety. I kind of feel like going for a massive Ling flood is the answer here for Rogue, but you know, he's a better player than me, so his decision's probably a lot more intelligent. Getting more drones up here. herO getting ready for the Archon transition. Templar Archives going down back at home. Prism and +1 on the way as well to get those gateway harassments down and also to reinforce his next attack. And Rogue just trying to go for vanilla, straight up Hydralisk Den back at home. Rogue hasn't really done anything crazy or out of the ordinary in this series yet. It's a lot different than versus Patience.
Yeah, he's really just sticking to what he knows. But I think herO is also not really letting him have the chance to relax in this series and do what he wants to do. He's been on the defensive the whole time. He's been losing stuff the whole time. So he's going to be playing from behind. He's got to find ways to do damage to herO maybe later on. Like, this is where something like Lurkers is going to come into play. If he can defend well and set up those Lurkers nicely, sure, maybe he can recover. Otherwise, maybe he has to think about Link drops or something to try and get some counter damage done.
So Protoss have a few options for splash damage when they get into the mid to late game. And herO this game is opting for Charge, Lot, Archon, Storm, Zeph.
Ooh, juicy.
Good, good. Shade, just checking out that 3rd drone line there. Doesn't like it finish, keeping Rogue on his toes. Sees the Lurker Den. Storm is not amazing against Lurkers, funnily enough. They're the slow floating unit, the High Templar. And you got to get them up. You got to get right up into the grill of those Lurkers. Generally, Protoss do prefer to have, you know, a lot of Immortals or Disruptors or something like that to deal with them. We'll see how it works out for herO. He's obviously in a pretty commanding position at the moment. Be looking for a 4th Nexus pretty soon.
Yeah.
There it is.
So you're gonna get taken out. No, before it drops a couple of changelings there. And we got some more of the beef of the army coming in for the Protoss with those Immortals and Archons. And I can't believe those Oracles are still alive at 9 minutes, but they're still finding ways to give herO some benefit, whether it be vision or drone kills.
I'd be surprised that the Oracles were still alive if it wasn't herO.
True, fair point.
5 Lurkers on the way here for Rogue. So in this game, he will at least have Lurkers, and that is a fantastic addition to the unit composition that Rogue is going for. Very, very cost efficient if you get away with him. Fleet Beacon on the way here for herO. Now, do you think carriers, Zeph? I'm kind of feeling it. Oh, and actually, it could be Tempest. If you can Oracle tag the Lurkers, you can siege them from long range with a Tempest. That would actually be a nice addition to the Storms and the Charge Lots he's going for, because I don't think, again, like Charge Lot and Storms that good against a lot of Lurkers.
Yeah, I guess it's depends on how fancy he's feeling. I think Tempest make a bit more sense, but we'll soon see what he chooses to go with. He is actually getting the air attack upgrade as well in there.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of feels like carry if you're getting the +1 air, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, he has the option, right? In fact, it's just a mothership.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
Lurkers can't actually shoot their spines if they don't see nothing.
True that. So Rogue is going to have to make sure he has a lot of detection available. And he's going to have to find a way to shoot down that core as well, or take control of it or something, because otherwise it's going to be a real thorn in his side. We've also got the Dark Shrine coming in for herO, so it's going to be an invisible party.
Yeah, both players have pretty scary armies here. I think herO's probably more so. Those lurkers though, maybe not. Rogue's army is pretty scary here. A revelation on these lurkers, gets to see where they are. Oh, there it is. Okay. You wanted to get as good a tag as possible. A couple extra Stargates going down. Some stasis mines being dropped as well. It's been some pretty sick stasis mine play from Protoss these days. Starting to see that come into pro games a lot more, the stasis mine.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Lurkers coming a bit forward here. Getting a little bit fresh. Sieging up in range of these pylons.
Yeah, starting to squeeze herO a little bit, forcing him back wherever possible, trying to make him uncomfortable. And Rogue has stabilized behind this. He's got 5 bases up, so he's just trying to do the best he can, move forward, keep the pressure up on herO. But the mothership is here, and he doesn't have any detection on the front lines. Yeah,
no Overseer here means that he can't actually kill any of these immortals that are underneath that mothership. herO, however, is getting detection. He's dropping revelations on these burrowed lurkers. This nice slow push from Rogue is actually doing a good job for him. The immortals are poking forward, some storms to soften them up as well. But, oh, some Templar going down to the spines here.
These Hydras having a hard time actually closing the distance, and he has to pick up all those lurkers and leave, which is the prime moment for herO to similarly grab all his stuff and move forward, go back to putting the pressure on Rogue and moving into his territory. It's going to be hard to get down this ramp.
I don't know. With the High Templar, he may want to press the issue here. He does have a lot of charge lots. They are upgraded. They have +2 attack, +3 attack, nearly finished. Oh, herO leaving some of his army behind, and Bailing nearly killing 2 High Templar there, getting 1 sentry. That would have been a devastating Bailing hit. There's a bunch of charge lots running past. There's a lot of Bailings and Hydras here, though.
Uh-oh, yeah, half that force evaporates almost immediately. He's trying to find ways to pull Rogue out of position. It's not quite working.
Yeah, that's completely shut down. Nice move there from Rogue as he shoots ahead to basically maxed at this point. Spire just about to finish. He's going up, getting ready for Hive. He's getting ready for Greater Spire. Everything he needs here. Of course, what we doesn't know is that there are 3 carriers on the way here, Zeph. herO dropped 3 Stargates before this lurker attack happened, and I was waiting to see what he'd make with them. It was Tempests, but it is now carriers. +2 flyer attack on the way, along with shields. Looks like he's done with his Forge upgrades.
Ugh, things are about to get really gross for Rogue, because there's 2 warp prisms on the way as well. Can you imagine dealing with carriers under a mothership on the front lines with 2 warp prisms?
Oh, that's a lovely revelation there. That's pretty much every lurker being tagged there by that Oracle. They do so much damage anyway, and now he has Overseers with Overlord speed, so he has lovely mobile detection here, does Rogue, and he can engage the army under the mothership. The Spire could make all the difference here for Rogue as he gets up to that Hive tech. Moving these lurkers a little bit far. Oh, it looks like he wants to pick off the mothership. A little bit bold here from Rogue.
Yeah, getting a little bit brave there, but I really like Rogue's army movement at the moment. He is able to get into these positions and force herO out of the way.
He's going to have to cancel that Nexus. These Hydras are going to force this decision from herO. Nice move from Rogue there. Oh, a Zealot run by. This one a little bit more effective for herO. Does get into the back natural, splits off into the main as well. And they're starting to shred up some drones here. Wow. Did I say some? A lot of drones. 14 going down so far.
Yeah, that's the whole mineral line right there. Completely evaporated. No drones in the gas even. And those Evo chambers are actually in danger too. He could potentially kill the one with the attack upgrade on it. And Rogue has to come back again, use more Banelings to clean that up at the same time.
Yeah, he has to pull back here.
Barely alive right there. Morphing more Banelings here on the front lines.
That's actually 10 lurkers. Oh, another Zealot run by into the main, and there's a picture-in-picture getting dropped here by VSL. Carriers are getting up into critical numbers though, Zeph, and oh, it just seems like Rogue is unprepared and unaware here. He doesn't have much anti-air at all. Just Hydralisks against a whole bunch of carriers? I don't think so.
No, and that's how carriers work, right? You keep them a secret, then you surprise your opponent with them, and they just have a really bad day because there's not much you can do about a huge cloud of carriers once they're all out, all ready to go with those interceptors. We do have the Spy finishing up, second Spy finishing up actually, and the Flyer upgrade's starting to come out for Rogue. He does have a good economy. He's got a lot of bases. The creep spread's looking pretty healthy. So while his current army composition doesn't look amazing for what's to come, all is not lost. He's already starting to mix in some corruptors. Maybe some infestors might be helpful.
It is carrier time now, Zeph. And with Rogue being maxed, he can't actually make any more air units. And now he sees the interceptors. He needs to bleed off a bit of units here, give him a bit of supply to get the corruptor count up. He does have a fair bit of lava by the looks of things. And, oh, could he get this Nexus as well? This would be a fantastic pick-off for Rogue.
Yeah, continuing to move forward with these lurkers. They take a huge storm to the face. Lots of barrels coming in, and they're all wasted.
All these Archons getting shredded by these lurkers, actually. A lot of heroes' army died. Very high-tech, high-gas units have died to these lurkers. And now 16 corruptors being made by Rogue. herO reinforcing with more Archons. 4 of them being morphed here. And he has to deal with his mothership and these carriers, which are going to slow Doom push into Rogue's face.
Yeah, I don't know if Rogue is going to be able to hold this off. The Spore Crawlers buy him a little bit of time here, but with Archons on the ground and this many carriers, that number of Corruptors is not going to be enough to take this out. Especially not with all the splash from those Archons. The Banelings roll in and do basically nothing. The Corruptors
oh, they're evaporating,
shredded.
That's it.
GG. herO goes up 2-0.
herO on match point. The Smiling Assassin strikes again. And yeah, I mean, the carriers were a very nice gotcha move from herO. The fact that he was engaging at that Nexus at the very front there, even when losing that Nexus, his carriers did not have very far to walk to the base of Rogue. He has to expand towards the Protoss at some point, and herO knows this. When Rogue was aware of the carriers, herO was only like a 5-second float over to the hatchery at the gold base of Rogue. He was very close. Those spores went down, but there weren't enough. There weren't enough Corruptors. Yeah, it's the story of that game. And those carriers are very heavily upgraded as well. Not only did they have shield upgrades, they had like +2 attack with +3 just finishing, I think.
Yeah, they were about to have 3-3, so that was just really nicely played by herO. And let's not forget how well the early game went for him. I think that was really part of the problem for Rogue. He never got to control that game. The most control he had was when he was maneuvering those lurkers around the bases of herO and trying to push him out of the way, get him far out of the middle of the map. But it just really didn't work out because herO had so much tech on his side as well. They just played that beautifully. So Belshir Vestige is going to be map number 3, and it's up to Rogue to put a point on the board.
Yeah. Can he reverse sweep like impacted against Zest, or will this be a clean sweep here for herO? I really hope for Rogue to put some points to the board. He does look a little dejected though.
He does, especially after that game. He looks a little upset, which, you know, fair enough.
Yeah.
You're so close to getting to the finals, and now you've got all this pressure, and you cannot make another mistake in the series because he's got to now, like, reverse all kill herO and get 3 wins in a row.
Well, chat, if you're a Rogue fan, this is your last chance. Gonna need you to hit that caps lock. Rest your hand on that shift key, the cruise control for cool. Give me some all caps in that chat and make some text noise for your favorite player as we get into map number 3 here. Potentially the last map.
Your favorite part.
Yes. It's potentially the last map here. I really, really hope that's not the case. It's going to be Belshir Vestige. I think this is the map where Rogue had some really fantastic Nidus play against Patience. Or was it? No, Overlord drop. Yes.
What is your game timer at?
I don't have game timer yet.
Okay.
In the top left, this is Rogue.
And in the bottom right, it is herO. And Maynard, I'm going to have to get you to let me know when you reach 34 seconds in the game.
All right. And now.
Thank you.
We're synced again. Casting Archon. We're back. Zephnaud. For us to be out of sync hurts us, actually. Physically hurts us as we are in
Yes.
Archon. The same being.
Oh, it's nice to see that hero's buildings are actually in his base for the moment.
Yeah, well, we have seen herO drop those first gateways not at his home. He actually put them in a really bold spot from memory last time. They were actually like between the natural and the third of the Zerg.
Yeah, that's exactly where he dropped them.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm actually sort of surprised. Like, he could do another proxy oracle or something because he's up 2-0. He has the wiggle room to get an easy win for the last game. Yeah, he's probably not feeling the stress too much at the moment. But, you know, if he wants to play it stand and just close it out in a good, honest game, then that works too.
Well, we can see that, you know, Game 1 showed us that herO can play the early game, and Game 2 showed us that herO can play the late game as well. A very, very strong macro player. Does he have weaknesses? Rogue will have to find them if he wants to have any hope in this series.
Yeah, he's at the moment. I want to say no. Like, herO has just played so brilliantly in his games that I'm just like, is he a model? He may very well be.
Yeah, maybe. Something happened to herO, man. Must be the Root Cats giving him the 6 strats since he joined OSC Root, but
could be.
Yeah.
Or he's been eating extra vegetables. I don't know.
Yeah, he's just gone out of this world. It's kind of like Impact and kind of like Bjeld and Alive as well on the Terran side of things. Just exploded out of nowhere and became gods.
Yeah.
Really excited for GSL Season 2.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I got chills just thinking about GSL just then. Anyway. Stargate going down here pretty quickly for herO back at home. This is a pretty regular opening. It's not cheesy, but it's aggressive. You get the Oracle out pretty quick. Depths back at home to plug the hole.
It ain't easy being cheesy. That Stargate is a reliable opener.
It is.
Whether you proxy it or not. Last game did brilliantly, of course, with the proxy. But maybe he'll have some luck again here. At least this way, it's easier for Rogue to scout it. I mean, it's not exactly hidden. So all he has to do is wiggle that Overlord just a little further forward and he will spot that.
Just wiggle the hips and wiggle a bit. Get ready. So they've got the first Overlord here of Rogue coming in to see what's up in herO main. We won't see much at all because all the tech is down here at natural. This Overlord's going to get a nice juicy perv on what's going on in heroVille. Sees the extra gateways, sees the Stargate, and he's like, okay, Spore Crawler time. There it goes, 1 and 2.
Yeah. While that third base comes down for Rogue, he's got to be a little bit mindful that there may be some Adepts coming at him at the same time as the Oracle, so again, he may be split into 2 locations for the defense, especially as those extra couple of gates finish up. We do have the Twilight Council coming up behind this as well.
Yeah, Twilight Council, pretty fantastic choice. And a Phoenix follow-up. It's going to be seeing some Phoenix Adept here. That'd be pretty sick. Oh, we got a couple of them coming into this natural. Not too many openings here. There's a lot of Zerg on the dance floor.
Yeah, there is indeed extra queens coming out now, and herO is starting to warp in the first 2 Adepts for some Hayras.
Dat Hayras. Resident Glaives on the way. Comes out Oracle. Oracle will always get damaged, just depends on how much. She gets 3 drones there. Not too bad.
Yeah. And if last game is anything to go by, herO is brilliant with keeping those Oracles alive, so I'm sure there's many more kills to come with that Oracle.
Oh, man.
At the very least, some more vision. These Adepts are going to do some work as well.
herO Adepts are just faster, stronger, they're better at sports, they're better looking.
Well, unfortunately, those 2 with the natural do
Look
get
at how much
caught,
drone
but-
damage he's getting!
Yeah, the party's not over yet.
Oh my god!
My goodness. 10 drones. Maynard, I almost feel sick. Like, he just...
Yeah, I muted the mic just then because I had to throw up in my hands, and now I have to vacuum this later. I hope I have carpet stain remover. God damn. Whew. And now we got this Protoss chilling on 3 base while the Zerg's also on 3 base. Not a situation you want to be in with a Zerg.
Yeah.
I mean, he wants to do counterattack damage, but all these Adepts need to do is cancel their shade and throw some glaives into their face.
Yeah, the He's going to continue with the pressure now. With the Phoenix out, he can start cleaning up some of these Overlords that are out and about as well. Mind you, he does have Overlord speed, so that's a small saving grace here. But he can just be extra annoying. He's doing Adepts on two sides.
That's a lot. I would finish this Shade. I would actually have let that finish. And hitting from the left, hitting from the right. The 1-2 punch. herO, a master of Adept usage. Getting into those minerals so that Lings can't get a full surround on the units. Meanwhile, they're shading away to get more damage done at a different mineral line.
I don't know if I want to laugh or cry. He's so good at this. But at the same time, like, Rogue is making a valiant effort to defend against this, but there's just the Adepts are literally in 4 places at a time when there's 2 sets of them, and it's so hard to keep up with.
Rogue is just falling apart, man. His economy is really not very good at all. His Lings trying to catch his Adepts, they will shade away.
Yeah,
maybe you get a kill or 2 before they do. No, Baneling's coming in to help, and they are quite softened up. Looks like he will clean his Adepts up, finally, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna breathe a sigh of relief, at least until the next warp in comes. Oh, we thought about, okay, there we go. DT Shrine is gonna be the follow-up. Ugh, man, he's
Is it spotted? No, not spotted. Overseer decided that she's had enough scouting.
The fun never stops when you're playing against herO, I feel.
That's right. Well, I mean, when you've killed this many drones, you absolutely are wearing the daddy pants. It's look at me, I am the captain now. That's what, like, herO is large and in charge of this game. He can decide anything he wants to do. Anything at all. He could take it to Tempest right now, and it'd be insane, but whatever. Like, he has room to breathe. And he's
exactly, he can take a 4th base, he can work on denying the 4th base of the Zerg, and that basically wins you the game if you can stay on even or above the base count of the Zerg. He's also getting the Disruptor Den and the River, so he'll be able to throw some of those in as well, because it looks like Rogue is going to stick once again with that Ling Hydra Bane composition, and that did fantastically for him yesterday, but herO is having none of it.
Yeah, none of that. Shade's coming in here, having a look at the natural. Meanwhile, again, herO hitting from the left and the right at the same time. If there's a weakness on the left, he lets the Shade finish. If there's a weakness on the right, he lets the Shade finish. This hatchery is forfeit. Rogue can't enforce to save this hatchery. It's going to go down.
Oh man, the Queen's taking a beating as well. Ling's trying to close in on these Adepts, but they're just grouping up.
That's a super high energy Queen.
Oh, really nice hits there. He does take out some of the Adepts, but still, Adepts shading around into the natural, looking for more damage, more drone kills. Just, what's that, another 9 kills? Are you kidding me?
The plus side here for Rogue is that his 4th hatchery didn't die. The Adepts that were touching up that 4th hatchery were the ones that shaded into that 3rd to reinforce with the ones from the natural. Rogue going for a drop in the main. With the 4th hatchery, he has a chance, but it's just going to be rough. It looks like herO going for the same timing with Colossus before Lurkers again.
Yeah. Yeah. Those Colossi are definitely going to do some work. I don't think that Rogue has a Spire this time to deal with those as well. I also don't know if he's scouted the Disrupted, I should say Colossus Den. Since that is what he's making this time around, so I'm not sure if he's really thinking about that just yet.
It certainly doesn't look like he's expecting a Colossus transition. I mean, he hasn't had too much scouting for the time being. He's just getting across the map to have a look now. Sees the Adept still. I mean, what he really wants to see is these Colossus. I have no doubt we'll see a Lurker Den as soon as he sees those Colossus. He needs something other than Ling Bane Hydra. There it is. So he sees it, immediately drops the Lurker Den. Because Rogue is a non-silly Zerg. He knows what he needs to do here. Just straight up, Hydra, Ling, and Bane will not beat Colossus. Lurkers will, though.
I guess the upside of the Lurkers on this map is that when herO comes at him, he almost will always be coming through a choke of some sort, so I guess that makes it a little easier for him to get those Lurkers set up in a prime position.
But once again, herO hitting before the den's even done.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're not even going to be a factor just yet.
herO's got a clock in his brain. He knows exactly when to attack. In fact, he's going to kill some Banelings here on the high ground trying to morph. Force-fielding them so they can't escape as well. Such a nice move there from herO, and already a strong start to this engagement. The hatchery already very damaged from these Adepts.
It is almost certainly going to go down. Some nice connections with the Banelings on the Adepts in the beginning of this engagement, but now there's only Hydras left, and with the Colossi and the Force Fields, oh no, pull those out of there, they're just getting burnt to a crisp.
herO even microing a Colossus in the face of Rogue here. Rogue's Hydras will clean up the ground army here. Will they deal with a Colossus though? With a reinforcement of Adepts in this prison to keep them alive? I don't think so, Tim. GG.
Is this it, Maynard?
That's
it is. herO takes a 3-0 sweep once again over Rogue this time. And he is moving on to the finals where he will face Impact.
Man. I feel bad for Rogue, but at the same time, you have to commend how good herO played in that series. Like, yes, a lot of people complaining about Adepts, a lot of people complaining about Protoss. Put all that aside and just try and objectively look at how well herO controlled everything. Every decision that he made. He rarely took damage anywhere, and you can count on your hand the amount of mistakes he made in that 3-game series. In a game of StarCraft where you make a decision every split second, herO probably made 1 or 2 mistakes out of all those split-second decisions. He played very close to immaculately in that series. You have to just give this guy credit where credit is due.
Yeah. herO is just, oh man, he's my favorite to win it all, to be honest.
I agree. I think, I mean, Impact played well against Zest, but Zest had some wonky games, and Impact just beat him 3-2.
Yeah.
herO, I mean, you're not going to see him leave a hole in his wall and a Ling Flood kill him like against Zest. herO is my pick for sure to win this whole thing.
Yeah, he's just looking incredible at the moment. I predicted 3-1 in his favor, and we didn't even get that.
Didn't even get that,
give Rogue a single map.
Such a great series from herO. I'm sure we're going to get some replays, some live action replays come down and just see how well like these engagements went for herO. These force fields, the timings that he hit, they were brilliant. The decisions he made, again, just very close to immaculate. It's extremely hard to do in a game like StarCraft 2. In fact, it is the hardest game in the whole world to just make every correct decision. So,
yeah, I feel like watching herO play, it was very confident play. He didn't seem like stressed out or rattled at all. It was just really calm, relaxed, knew exactly what to do. And that is when a player is going to be playing those beautiful games. So let's have a recap of the score here for the semifinals, which we did tonight. Impact taking a 3-2 over Zest. Those were some pretty good games.
Yeah, that was a great series. Definitely the more action-packed series of the night. Rogue versus herO. That series, if you just missed it, 3-0 for herO, and honestly, I think Game 2 was close at one point, maybe. herO pretty much bopped a nerd there.
Yeah.
That was an outclassing. Like, herO's on a different level to Rogue, clearly.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, the grand final will not be on tonight. We're going to have, I believe that's next Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, if I am mistaken, we'll correct that and we'll let you know on the social media and whatnot when the grand final is. I believe that Zeph and I will be casting that. Cannot wait, actually. herO versus Impact. Oh, man, I hope Impact just grinds ZvP and just gives us the series that we all want and all deserve. He's just got such a monster. The Smiling Assassin is back and large and in charge. Oof. It's a tough series for Impact.
Yeah, I don't know. He may be able to surprise us. I mean, you mentioned Artosis thinks Impact is GSL finals material. I guess VSL is a good dry run for that to test that theory.
I mean, Impact absolutely looking better than I've ever seen before, but you know, hero's looking better than I've ever seen before, and this guy's like a 4-time IEM champion. So it's a tough ask. Just casually. Yeah. Man, IEMs used to be hero's bitch. He would just show up to an IEM and just win. It's like, oh, hero's here? Well, guess we'll pack up and go home.
Walks in the door and the prize money just slips into his back pocket.
Yeah, Carmack just gives him the check and he's like, but please play games this weekend just to put on a show.
Give the sponsors what they need. Then we can all go home.
Yeah, and also have to give you guys a heads up that the wonderful Rifkin, the guy that's subbed to this channel for 24 months, I believe, 22 months. He's just some guy. But he's letting me know that the Corsair Cup is starting in about 4.5 hours on this channel. So if you thought you were done on BaseTradeTV today, Corsair Cup with Rifkin and Zombie Grub going to be coming up next. Pretty sick. So you can spend those few hours to, I mean, if you're in Australia, probably drink and go to sleep. If you're not in Australia,
drink and go to sleep.
Well, that's what I do on Friday night. I mean, it's actually
what?
10 p.m.
When's
Dark Souls
Tumblers
stream,
and
maybe?
Tunes, man?
Yeah, I was thinking Dark Souls stream.
What? Do it.
Tempting. I think I might.
I
10 p.m.
would love to watch some drunk Maynard rants tonight.
No, I got a little bit too hammered last time. I really want to beat that one boss.
Maybe for you, but for everyone else.
I really want to beat that one boss. Yeah. For you guys that don't know, I'm doing like a Soul Level 1 Dark Souls channel. I'm sorry it's not StarCraft related, but been streaming StarCraft all week. Just did 10 days of Protoss goodness. It was really fun playing Protoss. I learned playing Protoss that the Disruptor is my favorite unit in the whole game, even as a guy that mains Terran. I won't switch to Protoss, and I will stay Terran, but God, the Disruptor is cool AF. I love that unit.
Yeah, it's not bad. Can't say I love it because usually I'm playing against it. Yeah,
get good. That's all I have to say.
Filler. Thanks.
No, you're right. My pleasure.
Oh, okay. So remind me how many best of threes you've won against me?
0.
Yeah, like if you do stream, that is actually the perfect gap filler between now and Corsair Cup.
That is true. But yeah, that's non-StarCraft related. So we'll get it to. Oh wow, PSA from the Chosen One. Look at this kid with these bits. He's just raining bits. Chosen One, you must have like 10,000 bits that you just casually bought for. I don't know. What's that, like $100 and something?
I have no idea. I still don't know how bits work.
You don't have any bits? I have some bits.
Oh, I
don't know how many I have. I've forgotten. I don't bit many people. But yeah. So semifinals broadcast is done for the evening. We're gonna wait for the broadcasters to call it a night, and then we're gonna unfortunately turn the lights off in the stream. But it is very temporary because the Corsair Cup will be coming up next. So check the events page, the BaseTradeTV events page on the Twitch channel. I believe it is. You can get to it through this channel, I believe. And click the remind me on the Corsair Cup to make sure that you don't miss it. It's a really nice feature that Twitch has implemented. Really good for someone that runs regular events like BaseTradeTV, so that they make sure that you guys get emailed or get a message on Twitch whenever it goes live. Yep.
Yes, indeed. Where's this highlight reel, man? I'm waiting.
I don't think they're going to do the highlight reel. I'm getting blue balls over here. I want to see some goodness from heroes. It's really weird. Like for the first series of the semifinals, they had different production than the second series of the finals. You know what I mean? Like they had the same observer and everything like that, but they like the intro for the players was a lot more epic for hero and rogue.
Yeah.
But the first series had the highlight reel.
Maybe the production guy had a late night last semis or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hero and Impact will be our grand finalists for VSL. It's really cool to see the Season 2 come very, very close to a close. Just one more day of broadcast. I think the final is a... I want to say a best of 7. No, it is a best of 5. Okay, so it's just a regular best. It could potentially be a short stream if Hero just bops Impact, but, you know. We'll make sure that you guys don't miss it regardless, because it will be a masterclass. I mean, if Impact beats Hero, then he is a god. And if Hero beats Impact, you're going to see how incredible a well-refined Protoss can be against Zerg.
Yeah.
Either way, you're in for a treat.
If you want to know how to be good at Protoss, just watch Hero games, because he's really not taking any prisoners at the moment.
No.
It's been an absolute pleasure to be able to cast him and him 3-0 and Ed.
And that's it. Oh, there it is. There it is, guys. Our grand final. is gonna be on Thursday. Hey, I guessed correctly. So that's next Thursday, 7 p.m. KST. Which will be 7:30 Eastern. So 7:30 my time, 8 p.m. Eastern for Australians. Which I think translates to like really early morning in America, afternoon in Europe. Guys like to do your time zone conversions. If you head to Team Liquid or even the events page for BaseTradeTV, you'll get your local time zone given to you. Those sites will do it for you. Will Axiom's Impact, that's been on a real tear. He's Artosis' picked to be probably the GSL champion of Season 2. It's a big call, but Artosis likes big call. Will he be able to beat the GSL Super Tournament champion, OSC Root herO? I don't know.
Oh, it's a tough ask, but you know what? He's got a week to practice for it.
So does herO.
You never know what can happen.
He's going to be like, herO, I need you to just not practice for a week and just let me grind ZvP and be Gucci.
Yeah. I would love to see Impact prove us wrong and bop herO.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Back.
I've seen stranger things. Like, I think, like, I remember the Innovation Soul Key Grand Final of GSL a really, really long time ago, where we were like, yeah, Innovation's TVZ's unbeatable. He's just going to crush Soul Key.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Yeah, he got bopped.
Well, he won 3 games in a row, and then Soul Key won the next 4.
That's the worst way to lose, I think. Like
a reverse sweep in a best of 7? Yes.
Yeah,
that's
even
horrifying.
Worse than just getting flat out like 3-0'd or whatever, 4-0'd.
Oh my god, they're playing us off.
Doing it.
They're playing us off, Zeph. I think we talk too much. VSL's like, okay, we're playing the music. All right, white guy, weird guy with the long hair. Just close your stream, man. It's finished. Take it easy. Well,
alrighty.
Might just close the stream, guys. I don't think that there's too much to talk about here. We have the grand finals. You have the time. Don't miss Corsair Cup. It is not far away. And Zeph and I are going to be calling it a night. Keep an eye on social media for the Corsair Cup and also for the future grand final of the VSL here on BaseTradeTV. And also keep an eye on social media to see whether or not I decide to do a Dark Souls stream. That's my shout out. Zeph, do you have any shout outs?
I do. Thank you all for joining us tonight and enjoying the VSL games with us. Have a good Easter. And I hope to see you next week for the finals.
Yeah. Please don't miss it, guys. It is going to be amazing. As commanding as herO's did look versus Rogue, I do feel like Impact is slightly stronger, and I really do hope that Impact has something in his bag of tricks for herO, who also has an infinite bag of tricks. So, good night, guys. Good evening, afternoon, wherever you are. You take it easy, and we'll see you very, very soon.